Good evening. It is 8:45 on Thursday, October 23rd, 2025. My name's Jasmine. This is Cody again. He is helping me finish these assignments. This evening we have Martha's program. So this one is, we've got glute bridges, we've got balance reaches, it's about flexibility and stability, balance, to make sure that we can build a foundation. Thanks for coming in, Martha.
It's all right.
That's all right. So tonight we're just going to be going through some balance sort of things to try and build stability for you. So I do know that in your history you do have a history of Ehlers-Danlos hypermobile syndrome. So from what I understand, that is where your joints aren't popped into their sockets properly, and you've got heaps of flexibility that an ordinary person wouldn't. Am I on the right path?
Definitely.
Awesome. So what we're going to do, and what is really important, you'll hear me saying it throughout the session today, is bracing your core. So your core is the powerhouse of your body, and we need to make sure that's switched on because it moves with every part of our body. So even if you stick your hand up, you can feel your core moving. So it is connected to everything, and every activity we do, we need to make sure it's on. Something else I know about Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is your muscles don't listen to your brain properly. So when we do this, I'm going to be cueing you to make sure that you're engaging the muscle. So we're going to be doing bird dog later, which is on all fours, and we're going to be reaching out. I'm going to ask you to make sure there's tension in your muscles before you do the movement. That way you can try and get your mind-muscle connection moving. Awesome. Okay, so to start with, we're going to be doing some high knees. So it's really easy. You want your hands about hip height, and you want to be pushing into your hands, and your hands are going to be trying to keep still. So what this does is it helps open everything up, but it also puts that tension through your muscles, which helps to engage them properly. So how has your week been, Martha?
It's not been bad.
30?
Yeah, I got some kids. They're troublemakers, those kids.
Is your husband at home at the moment with them?
For their sake, yes.
I like to give Cody a bit of grief because he's got a girlfriend.
Right. That means 11,000.
Awesome. How are your hip flexors feeling?
Right here, I can feel the burn.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's what we're wanting. So we're just going to, wide stance. We're just going to fold down one leg, making sure that we're not just folding forward, but we've got some tension in the back of our hamstring as you pull forward. Trying to keep that straight back. So we're folding from our hips. So folding down to one side as far as you can.
Without bending my back?
We don't want curvy backs. We want to have flat backs and protect the neutral spine. You feeling that?
Yes.
You're so flexible.
Hey, you said flexibility rather than my hand.
Okay. We'll go the other side. So before we go down, thinking about that mind-muscle connection, creating that tension by squeezing the muscles, and then folding. Awesome. So we're going to do another little round of knee pushes. And then we'll move into some dynamic arm swings and leg swings. How's your balance feeling tonight?
Better than this morning.
That's good. Improvement. Was it LSKD that says 1% better every day?
Yes.
Something like that?
Definitely.
Awesome. So start with the arms. So as we do this, making sure that we're not just flopping the arms around. We want to be purposefully pulling them around using the tension in our arms and our muscles the whole time. Feeling good?
Mm-hmm.
Feeling a bit warm?
Yep.
Good job. Back the other way.
Yeah.
You've done this before.
Oh yeah, 30 years old.
Making it sound like 30's old.
Oh, isn't it? I've got 10 years before I'm there.
I'm going to do some leg swings backwards and forwards first, so making sure that we've got heel point and the point on the sides of the balls of the feet are firm on the ground, giving us that stability so we can lock in the calf muscle, lock in the hands and the glutes and the quads before we then swing, giving us the best stability for our foundation. I say that and I can't keep my balance tonight. I find it's helpful to look at the ground, pinpoint a spot, like one of the knots in the planks, and that should help swing. It's really hard on the mat because it's got a little bit of sponge in it. Awesome. Other side. So what do you have for dinner?
Dominoes.
No wonder you're back at the gym.
I also had noodles.
To be fair, we had burgers. Homemade burgers.
I'd rather have burgers than Domino's. I didn't want to spend $20 on 1 kilo of mince.
That's fair. Awesome. Feeling warm?
Very warm.
Let's do
Couldn't warm this shirt.
some hip swings. Feeling all lubricated?
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Got 5W40.
We're going to go down onto all fours. We're going to be doing what's called bird dog. Are you familiar with it?
Explain it to me, please.
Awesome. So we start on all fours, bracing our core, bracing our glutes, and bracing the shoulder. So what we're going to do is we're going to do static first, and then we'll move into dynamic. So bracing core, bracing shoulders, bracing glutes all at once. And then opposite hand to leg goes out in front, and we're holding it for about 10-15 seconds. You should feel your core activate. So the idea is you want to keep your spine in line. So arm is up, leg is up, all in the line. And we're going to switch to the other side. How are you handling it?
Not as balanced as you might.
Switching sides. So we're wanting to point our toe, point our fingers, try and keep in that straight line. Switching. How's that core going?
Good.
Can you feel it working?
It's tense.
Or maybe tense, but is it actually engaged?
Definitely.
Switching sides. So this first set that we're going to do is controlled in a static hold, and then we'll do dynamic. Dynamic just means moving. So we're going to do the same sort of reps, just faster. Switching. Are you feeling it through your glute?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And in my shoulder.
Perfect. That's what we want to hear. It's supposed to be hard. It's a simple exercise, but it's supposed to be hard. We've got 4 more to go. Switching. Now only 3. Well, that's where instructors will generally teach in group fitness classes.
I have more eyes on instructors.
And last one. Awesome. How are you feeling?
My shoulders feel like that.
Give yourself some shoulder rolls. So when we do our shoulder rolls, we're resetting our spine, making sure we're giving ourselves that alignment. Pop your head back a little bit. Do your shoulder roll. Set your body. Feeling better?
Mm-hmm.
Good. So when we do our dynamic now, we're going to go out for 2 seconds, hold it for another 2 seconds, then back in for 2. But we're going to add a crunch in at the end. So out for 2 seconds, hold, back in, and you want to touch knee to elbow, switching sides. Out for 2, hold for 2, in for 2. Out for 2, holding for 2, in for 2. So I've found that with the research for hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, that the held positions allows you the mind-muscle connection to work properly, and so you actually feel the exercise rather than rushing through all the exercises without your muscles being able to properly work. In. According to the doctors that I have spoken to. The real doctors who I've consulted with about your case and advised that static positioning is better for muscle activation. Because as you remember, we had to get clearance before we could start your exercise regime. So we discuss, with your consent that we gained earlier, just discuss the best way that we can help you progress and protect your body as we do that. You ready for the last set? Hey, I'm doing it with you. I feel what you're feeling. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Making sure that we're trying to keep that neutral spine, which is easier if your head is facing down because it allows that neck to elongate. We're trying to keep straight arm and straight leg, pointed toes, because that helps to activate the glute as we do these. Two more. Awesome. How you feeling?
Lubricated.
Lubricated?
I mean, yes.
You should be feeling your muscles.
I can feel everything.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Now, our next activity, next exercise, sorry, should I say, is with a glute band or a booty band, it's common to be used. So what this little beauty does goes around just above your knees. And the idea is to make sure that you're keeping your legs in the same position with a little bit of resistance across your knees. So that way our knees are not collapsing in. That way we're activating our glutes because we've got our hemis and our quads turned on. So we're going to pop that on. I normally carry a few, but I've only got one tonight. So we're actually going to be laying down. I'm just going to shuffle this. Cool. So laying down. Okay. Bringing your heels in close to your bum. Creating that tension through the muscles. And we're lifting up our hips into a glute bridge. So we lift up for 2 counts, hold for 5 counts, back down for 2, and then straight back up. We're doing 10 of these per set.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Engaging all the muscles, engaging the glutes, engaging the hams and the quads, and lifting up for 2, and down for 2. Straight back up for 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down for 2. Up for 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Up.
You know, you're saying up to 2 on here and 5.
Down. We're going up for 2, holding it for 5 seconds, and then back down for 2 seconds. Up for 2 seconds, holding it for 5 seconds so that you get that booty engaged. You want to feel your booty on fire. And back up. 2 more. And back up. And down. And up. Holding for 5.
I like this exercise.
Because you're laying down? Yeah. It's always nice to lay down. How are you feeling?
Oh yeah, great.
Feel that in your booty?
I feel my booty.
Did you have your core locked on as well?
I did.
So keeping your core locked on during these sorts of exercises helps protect your lower back.
Yeah.
So it's something that we really need to protect, especially being hypermobile. We need to make sure that we're protecting ourselves rather than pushing past pain and stuff like that, because that's how we injure ourselves.
Yeah.
Ready for the next set? Awesome. Making sure your heels are in. Making sure our glutes are engaged, our belly's engaged, hams and quads are all engaged. And lifting. Down. And up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And down. Up. Making sure our core is engaged. You should really feel it pulling and working itself when you're in this pose, this elongated part of the move. And down. And up. And down. Up. And back down. Quads on fire.
Yep.
Glutes on fire.
Yep.
Awesome. We like the burn. And back up. And last one. Up. Perfect. So what we're going to do for the last set, we're going to add pulses in at the end.
I like this.
Yes. So they look like hip thrusts. In the fitness industry, we call them pulses because there's obviously connotations with the words hip thrust.
Just before prep for wedding night.
That's the connotations that are involved, which is why we say pulsing. Okay, ready? Feet in,
Yeah.
core on, glutes on, Hams and quads on. Ready? And lift for 2, hold for 5, and down for 2. Lift for 2, hold for 5, and down for 2. Up for 2, holding, and back down. Up for 2, holding for 5, and down. Up, and back down. 3 more. Up, down, and up again. So now, halfway down, back up. Halfway down, back up. Half down, up. We're going to 10. Don't lose your form. Controlling that core in the back. And down. Awesome. You made it through that exercise. Next activity that we have is reverse plank holds. Oh, when we do your evaluations later, we're going to increase them to reverse plank marches. So
Super excited for that.
depends on when we get that stability. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Do you know how to do reverse plank holds?
Pretend I don't.
Pretend you don't. Code for no. So all we're doing is you're going to be leaning back, lifting yourself off the floor, and then straightening your legs. So you want to make sure that you're keeping your whole body engaged, and we're holding this for 30 seconds.
Where am I supposed to be feeling the burn?
In your core, your glutes, your quads.
Not in my triceps.
If you're too far back, you will be feeling it. So this is all about core and stability. Five seconds. And down. So where were we feeling that one?
I was feeling it in my lower back, in my core, and my quads.
Cool. If we're feeling it in our lower back, it means we're not bracing our core properly. So, do you know what your pelvic floor is? So you've got your pelvis.
Okay.
So there is a muscle that lives on the bottom of your pelvis. So if you're familiar with the anatomy of the pelvis, it opens up, especially for women when they give birth. It opens wider. You've got the hole there on the bottom where the bone is around.
Yes.
You've got a muscle in there. You're wanting to pull that muscle up through your belly. When you imagine it, have you ever seen a balloon end where it's tied?
Yeah.
So imagine you've got someone's holding it. You're trying to pull that balloon end up through your belly.
Okay.
So you do that, and then you imagine that your muscles are coming around to the front and you're trying to zip it up. You're trying to corset your muscles up, and that's how you hold your core in. Are you ready? You got all of that fun imagination going? Awesome. Just making sure we're not leaning too far back because you will feel it in your triceps. You want to be lifting up and then legs out, pelvis up to the roof and holding that core in. So bringing your pelvic floor into it and trying to make all of the muscles do their job. If you feel it in your lower back, you've lost your form. And down.
Sounds like Neil.
Yeah.
It's a good place to feel it.
It is one of the places you will feel it. So when we do progress, when we are ready, we do this, and then we are marching with it. It increases the instability, because it's a movement now. It's a dynamic movement rather than a static movement. And it means you really got to make sure everything's on. So that's where we want to progress to. So imagine that when you're holding your plank, holding all the muscles in to keep you stable as you move your legs. Ready for the last one? Awesome. And lifting up, legs out, locking everything in. Halfway there. Don't let your core slump. It's hard, isn't it? You're pregnant. And go. It's a wrong spot for a baby, by the way. Awesome. So our next one is a standing balance reach. Are you familiar with them at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are? Yeah. Awesome. So again, we're talking about that foot planting down.
3 points of contact.
3 points of contact. Excellent. Just going to alter this a little bit. Now that we're standing. So what we want to be doing is single leg to balance reach. So foot down, stable. And you want to be leg back, leg in front. Similar to the bird dog, but on one foot. So we want to be holding this for about 30 to 45 seconds. Keeping our core locked on, keeping that glute engaged. Shoulder is not slipping out. We're holding ourselves together. As we progress, we will progress down like this. It's much harder to keep your balance that way unless you're used to it.
Used to Superman in the mirror, child.
Ready for the other leg? Awesome. And stability and pointing. Find that spot wherever in the room that helps and lock onto it as you're locking on through your body. Your shoulder, your abs, your glutes, hams and quads and your calf. And down.
How many of those are we doing?
4 more. So 3 aside. Yeah, you got it? Yep. Awesome. First leg again, stability down, locking all those muscles on, and reaching. Trying to go tricky and do the same side, hey?
That's what you're doing.
No, I've got opposite leg to opposite arm out. Oh, no, you're right. That's what I am doing. It's been a long day today. You can do either way. So find what works best for you now, and then we can adjust as we go through your block. Ready? I think I've just used the same arm the whole time and swapped legs. Ready? So after this, we've got cool down, which is box breathing, some cat-cows, and some thread the needle. Are you familiar with any of those? There are activities that I'd like you to put into your repertoire, because they do help to stretch out, help to create that space within the vertebrae, which will help in your overall spinal health. Awesome. Feeling good?
Feeling great.
Awesome. We'll start with some cat-cow. It's back down on the mat. on all four. And so imagine there's a fish hook going through your back, through your breastbone, and it's lifting you up. So you want to be pulling your shoulder blades down and pushing your spine through your shoulder blades up to the roof. I find that it's also helpful to put a little momentum rock into it because it helps to get to the other spots in the spine as well. Once you're comfortable with that, we're going to switch into cow. So looking up, you should feel this stretch through your belly, through your abs and your core. If it's causing pain, you've gone too far. Everything all right? Awesome. And back to cat. And cow. Cat. And cow. Feeling like your spine's a bit more movable? Yeah? Yep. Dance party ready? Yeah. Awesome. So we're going to be doing some thread the needle, which is sitting back on your hands. On your feet. Hands out in front. Then pick a side. You're going to be putting it underneath. Palm up. And you've got your shoulder down on the ground. And you're just giving yourself a gentle pull to the opposite way. You feel that through your lats, through your shoulders. And rotating to the other side. Again, palm up, shoulder down, and your front hand is stretching out the front, stretching out that top shoulder. And to the other side. Now, as we do this, we're going to do some box breathing. So box breathing is breathing in for 4 counts, holding it for 4 counts, breathing out for 4 counts, and holding that for 4 counts. So we're going to do 5 sets of it. So I'll cue you. Breathing in, hold, out, hold, in, hold, out, hold. Switching sides. And breathing in, hold, out, hold, in, hold, out, hold. And coming back, sitting on your heels for the last one. Breathing in, hold, out, hold. Awesome. Feeling good, Martha? Perfect. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
We will see you at your next session.